All right, good morning, everybody. Joe Van Doren here, and welcome to our virtues pick for this morning. It's a rainy morning here in Tennessee, but we have a great word and something to think about today and to focus on, and that word is humility. So let's read the description first, and then we'll talk about a little bit. Humility is being modest, humble, and unpretentious. We consider others' views and needs as important as our own. We willingly serve others and accept help when we need it. When we cause hurt, we have the humility to admit it and make amends. We accept the lessons life brings, knowing that mistakes are often our best teachers. Humility is not humiliation. We do not shame ourselves or others with the illusion that we are meant to be perfect. We give our very best and trust that it is enough. Humility reminds us to be thankful for our successes rather than boastful. So, this is such a good word and such a great thing for us to focus on any day. But today we're just going to take a look at this and see, what am I doing that may be hurting both me or other people by my attitude in some way. So, as I'm thinking about this, the line that stood out to me the most today was this line on not shaming ourselves or others with the illusion that we are meant to be perfect. You know, no matter what we do, we never do anything perfectly, do we? We're not perfect. And I think that goes to that place where we think about, we can't get it wrong because we can always make adjustments, and we can always, change some things or to tweak some things or level up in our own ways of doing things. And that's why, I think we have to be very, very careful about putting ourselves down, thinking that we should have done better. In fact, in some of the things that we've been talking about recently with some of our clients is this whole idea of this word should, or we ought to, or whatever. When we start shoulding on ourselves, as the saying goes, we really bring a shame on ourselves and a feeling of being less than, or not being good enough, or, and just not being perfect. And that's just a standard that we're just never going to meet. And so it's so much better for us just to recognize that we make mistakes, that we are going to do things that aren't going to be the best for whatever, and that the only thing that we can do is give our very best, right? And be our very best, and be, I hate to use the words working on ourselves, but we need to continue to develop ourselves and to question ourselves as to, who do I want to be? Clarify in our minds who we want to be. And then, instead of being driven by so much of the others looking at us and what we're doing, and trying to meet the norms of others, just be our best. And I think humility allows us to make those mistakes and to make the changes that we want to make and be the person that we want to be when we're not so worried about what others are thinking, or worried about, who I should be. So as a parent, this is a huge, huge virtue for us to be thinking about, especially with our children. Now, obviously, we want to develop this quality and this virtue that they already have inside of them. We want to develop that virtue in them more. But as a parent, I think it's so important for us to be humble ourselves and not to expect that we're going to be perfect, and not to expect that they're going to be perfect. We get into our worst kind of situation when we have those kinds of expectations both on ourselves and on our children. And when we have that kind of expectation on ourselves, our children also take on those feelings that they have to be perfect, otherwise they're not going to be pleasing to their parents, or that they're going to be disappointing to their parents, or they're going to not meet the expectations of their parents. And when they're young and they have those kinds of feelings, those grow into deeper feelings of the same kind, but towards other people outside of them. And in all reality, I must say that the most important thing that we have in our life is our ability to enjoy our life by being who we are. And that's what we want for our children, right? We want them to grow up to be successful and happy. And happy may not be, meeting the requirements or the things that society tries to put on us. So today I'm going to focus on humility, and with the idea of not shaming myself, but accepting the mistakes that I make, growing from them, looking for and accepting the help that might come from others, and just being the best person that we can be. So I'm hoping that that's going to be true for you too, that whoever might be listening to this will just accept who you are and be the best that you can be, and accept the mistakes that we make, and just move forward from there. So that's what I'm thinking about today with humility, and I look forward to sharing more virtues with you in the days to come. But today we're only going to focus on what am I doing and how am I thinking about myself and how am I thinking about others, so that we can have that kind of great attitude and joy that that attitude can bring to our life. So thank you very much for being here. I look forward to seeing everyone again tomorrow. And until next time, keep practicing all of the virtues and the 4 C's of successful families. And that is clarity, communication, consistency, and community. Until next time.